guys, welcome back to another episode of 12-inch Figure Fanatic. This is a last minute review I'm doing. I had a Facepool version of the Captain, Tom Hanks from Saving Private Ryan. And I got this DiD version of the same figure. And from the photos, it looks pretty close. Usually when I get a figure to replace another one, it's pretty obvious putting them side by side which one I'm going to keep. But I have a feeling this is going to be a tough decision. We're gonna do an unboxing and review of this figure by DiD, and then we're going to open up the other one, and because I've had it in storage, we're going to do a side by side comparison, and we're going to determine which one's better because there's a lot of disagreement from the chatter that I've heard out there. Let's take a look. All right, so this nice photo on the box here, large photo of the figure, and on the back you see kind of a layout of what's included with the figure. Looks like some pretty awesome detailing. Let's take a look inside. So it's got this magnetic secured closure here, and yep, obviously that doubles as a backdrop, and it looks like the D-Day beach scene right there. Got a slip here, and DiD tends to put the instructions on the back. Yep, instructions there. And all right, it's one of those figures where you're gonna have to put it together. I can tell already, but oh wow, okay. So the head sculpt right off the bat is a pretty good likeness, but there's something going on with the eyes that I don't like. Like they're squinting too much. And it's almost like if they're gonna squint the way they are, then you would need more crow's feet on the side here, because otherwise there's no wrinkling. It looks like those wrinkled eyes are like a steady state, if that makes any sense. So like they're resting in this slant, which obviously isn't Tom Hanks. The hair sculpt is decent enough. They kind of shortcutted the paint job down here. I think they added some brown on top of the dark brown to try to make it look like it was thinner than the rest of the hair, but it doesn't look that nice. It looks more like he has muddy hair. The stitching on the clothing is good enough. The standard hands that it comes attached to are the bendable type, which they don't stay closed as well as they could. Plus, depending on how you pose them, those holes might be unideal. But looks like the pockets are pretty nice here. That's very nice. I mean, you got the weave in there on the shoe covers is amazing. That slips on underneath. This whole thing could have been sculpted, but they did a very good job going the extra mile by stitching it. Could be some weathering under there. I like it when they do that extra touch, but you could always do that yourself. And it looks like that's plastic. That would have been a nice touch if it was metal, but I'm not going to make a fuss over it. You got the rank on both sides here. So it looks pretty nice so far. What else does it come with here? Tons of extra buttons because these tend to fall off. Got the Ranger tab. A nicely detailed vest here. Good amount of pouches. Yeah, very impressed by the stitching. Looks like they didn't try to do any haphazard shortcuts on this one. So pretty nice. And it looks like, yeah, they close accurately too, which good or bad, I don't know. I would have liked if it looked like it buckled closed, but it was actually Velcro or snap closure, because they would make the access easy and closing it up again easier. Looks like that might be an armband. Got the helmet there. Okay. That is that plastic? No. No, I think that's metal. Yeah. Yeah. The other one I remember is a little bit heavier. I'm going to verify that, but I think the Facepool version is a little bit heavier. Not bad. This has some good weight to it. And if my memory serves me correctly from the photos, yeah, so there's actually rounds in there. This is a first for me, folks. I haven't seen this before. Wow. Yeah. Look at that. There's actually rounds in there. Talk about having an accessory that's easy to lose. But very impressed. Boy, if this becomes a new trend in figures. So, yeah, that secures right in there. And it looks like, yep, the slide goes back. Does the trigger work? Nope. Trigger's just for show. And it looks like they make it real hard to tell the materials these days. So this is either very condensed plastic or it is metal. I think it's metal, yeah. So that's metal. This is plastic. But it does a very nice, well, no. I stand corrected. I believe this is actually wood as well. Very nicely done. Yeah. Good job on this weapon. I could use some weathering. Do that yourself. But everything else looks nice. Is this mechanism? Yeah, this mechanism even works right here. So that's nice. Got the handgun. Slide goes back. Trigger goes back. It is not made of metal. It is plastic. And nope, that's just for show. And the magazine comes out. Boom. The rounds come out on this one. No, rounds don't come out on this one, but they look very nice. It looks like it could. So it's nicely sculpted and painted. Canteen. So this canteen's made out of plastic. If you watch my video on the Facepool version, it was made out of metal and it weighed down the belt unnecessarily. It looked bad. So I'm not going to complain that this is made out of plastic at all, especially since it's just going to be, you know, this blade mostly hidden. Canteen cup. That's pretty nice. Pouch, USA printed on it. Got the shovel. It's nicely weathered and folds up. Then you got the slip for it right here as well. And the attachment on the back looks quite similar to the one from the Facepool. I don't necessarily like this. It's kind of annoying to get in there, but it does the job. And one thing that didn't come with the other version is this phone, which is pretty cool. And I think that just secures right there. No, I don't know what that does. But it's got some labeling on there. Very nice. Good weathering on there. Look at that. There's even got the label here. Very nice. Got a knife. Let's pull that out. And it's made out of metal. Wow, impressive. All right, and it's weathered. Nice. Dog tags. Are they labeled? Wow. Yeah, they're labeled. John Miller. Social Security number on there. Nice. And this is important too. This didn't come with the Facepool version, I believe. And it's quite important because if you remember, it was kind of an iconic scene when he pulls this compass out and he's shaking. And they're all kind of looking at each other awkwardly. So that's got the bending latch right there. Let's see if this opens up here. I don't want to break it. Come on. It's got to open. Yep. All right. I bent that a little bit. Okay. So it was kind of tight opening up, but wow. Look at that, folks. Not bad. Lensatic compass. Very nice. And, oh, there's the antenna for the radio. It was hiding on me. And we got more underneath. Holy cow. All right, so we got the gas mask pouch. Got this strap, belt, and there's, you can see there's metal latches on there. That's where some of those accessories are gonna secure to. But you know, good job putting all that together. Very nice. Ammo pouch. Another pouch. Another pouch. 2 heavy metal grenades with the rings. And you could pull the rings out, it looks like. They secure in there just like real grenades. And I bet this comes apart too. Yeah, I mean, this is even metal. All of this is metal component. So they went all the way. They could have made that plastic and gotten away with it. Very impressive. Watch here. It didn't exactly align the sticker. That's pretty nice though. That's made out of metal too. Cast pewter. Another pouch. Pouch for the handgun. Interesting. I bet this is going to be in the instructions somehow, attaching something to something with this tool. I'll let you know in a minute. We got 2 extra hands. I would have wanted more than this, especially considering that those bendable ones that it comes with standard are pretty much useless to me. I never use those. So you got, it looks like this one is to hold the compass. That looks pretty accurate for that. But this one's for the trigger squeeze for holding the gun or the rifle. So I'm going to put this figure together now and we're going to take a look. Be right back. All right, folks, here they are side by side. So the one on the left is this new DiD one that I just did the review on. The one on the right is the Facepool one that I did a review on a while back. And a lot of similarities in many ways, especially the stitching. I will say that both of them did a very good job of not taking shortcuts on the quality of the stitching. One obvious difference in the clothing is the colors are a little bit off. So this one is a little browner and this one's a little greener. There's more brown tones in general over here, while these are just variations in green and another thing that I noticed is the pants. They're olive green on the new one. On the old one, they're sort of a faded brown. I do like the difference in stitching and color on the shoes. I prefer the starker one. That's more screen accurate. This one's a little too fresh and a little too bright brown. Another thing is, so they both got these pouches, but the stitching seems to be a little bit better on this one, and their snap closure on a lot of this stuff, and this one is kind of slip it through a hole, so that's kind of a shortcut there. I did have to display this one on the stand, otherwise I would have done like even ground, because this one is so top heavy. There's just, for some reason, it's just a heavy figure, and especially the helmet. It's probably the heaviest thing on the figure, and it's just a solid chunk of metal. And the other one, I think they got around that by they did the helmet out of plastic, and then they lined the outside with a very thin metal. You could see right here that it's like a metal sheet that wrapped around the plastic. So it still has that metal feel to it, the metal look, but it doesn't have the weight to it that brings the figure down. Other than that, the helmet is a little bit bigger on this one, and let's see the backs here. So that's number 2 there. Same thing there. Now, some might say the most important part is the head sculpts. So let's take a look at those. And once again, it's pretty tough. So this one, once again, I said earlier, I have this complaint about the squinty eyes, especially in the absence of the crow's feet. It makes it look like the squint is in a resting state. Whereas this one, it's got a slight squint to it, but it's also got a little bit more age to it. So it makes sense that he's squinting a little bit. So I don't know, it's a close call here. Just at quick glance, if you look away and then look at the screen again, at first glance, I'd have to say that the new one, the one on the left, is a better likeness of Tom Hanks. The one on the right, at quick glance, kind of looks like, what's his name, Hardy, that played Bane. It's just a little off, but then again, the eyes on this one, like I said, I would, to try to make it look more appropriate, I would probably go in there and carve out some crow's feet on the sides of the eyes and paint it up and touch it up a little bit, and probably weather the face a little bit, because this one does have a good weathering to him. Got the 5 o'clock shadow going on there. This one, you could hardly see it. It's there, but hardly. Other than that, the accessories that came with the new DiD one, top notch. I'd say it beats the other figure hand down. Now the Facepool one did come with this nice stand with a wooden base underneath the sculpt. So that's an edge there, but it also didn't come with the background like the new figure has. So the new figure, first of all, I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give the new figure probably a 9.1. And literally the points I'm taking off are just because of the inconsistencies that I mentioned in the head sculpt. Otherwise, it's solid. And honestly, I'll probably end up keeping the new one and getting rid of the old one. Yeah, I mean, even the weapons, everything, the new figure, the DiD figure, takes an edge. It's almost like they actually purchased the Facepool one and said, how could we improve on this ever so slightly so we could beat these guys out? And they took the ball and ran with it. Anyways, thanks for looking, and I will see you next time.